even rattle a bottle on that one.
You never get away from the smell.
No. I wonder if you can hear that okay.
I will gesticulate to my heart's content.
I am not digging this. I'm Shauna, and this is Brian. Welcome to our channel, Life Uninterrupted.
In 2018, we sold our home, auctioned off most of our belongings, and bought a motorhome, which we affectionately refer to as Frida.
We travel full-time with our two French bulldogs, Lucy and Ricky.
Join us on our adventures by subscribing and hitting the bell icon so that you're notified when our videos release each week.
Just wanted to show you guys getting a little snow. How's it going? Pack it up in the snow.
Not fun, as you might imagine.
Everything's wet.
Yeah, that's not really been snow. It's just kind
of like flurries.
Little flakes here and there.
Yeah.
It's snow, but I mean not heavy. It's mostly just been kind of a drizzle.
Yeah.
Screamed out for more. It's the storm inside that's breaking my heart each morning while it keeps it going.
It's snowing! Holy cow! Woo! We've never driven in snow flurries before, and it's starting to collect in some areas, not necessarily on the highway. We're on 10 right now, headed east. Should we stop at the next rest stop?
We'll see.
Hang out for a bit? Or even a gas station or something? Look at all the stuff collecting on the windshield. Look at that. Wow, babers. I don't know, I'm getting a little nervous. We have mountains to go up and down. Yeesh. The truckers are pulling over. That worries me.
It's the storm inside. Oh, that's breaking my heart each morning while it keeps it going. It's been driving my life into both joy and sorrow, and there's still a long way to go.
Last night we stayed here at a Harvest Host. This is the second time we've stayed here at the D.H. Lacombe Winery and Bistro in Las Cruces. And they do have another winery in Deming. But we decided to stay at this one again because we know it. And if you can see in the background here, our coach back there, it's awful windy, so I'm sure this is probably going to get a little bit blown out. We apologize for that. Sometimes that stuff happens. So pretty chilly start to the day.
Oh, very chilly.
Chilly last night too. It got down into the 30s.
Woo.
But yeah, today's going to be another windy drive, I think, for the most part. Heading to Fort Stockton. On our way down to Corpus Christi, and ultimately the Galveston area for a couple of weeks. So anyway, I want to walk over here and I'll show you this huge area that this winery and bistro has for the Harvest Host guests. So speaking of guests, you know, you always want to contribute to the establishment that you stay at. Last time we made it a little bit cheaper. First time we were here, I think we spent almost $100 on food and wine. But last night we spent about 25, a little less than 25 bucks. Anyway, you can see all behind us here, this is a huge gravel parking lot. And they say you can just park wherever you want. Kind of one of the downsides to this area, if there is one, is that this parking lot has a lot of those goat head stickers. Lucy's been pretty lucky. I think she's only gotten one so far. But Ricky, poor thing, she had like 4 or 5 in her paw last night. So they're all over her paws. Not fun. Our drive today is going to be just about 4 hours. We're going to stay at a rest stop that we've stayed at a few times, traversing back and forth through Texas. That's the Pecos. This time we'll be on the Pecos East rest stop. Pretty nice rest stops. And if you watched one of our videos about you know, the precautions you should take while staying in a rest area, you know, definitely we want to watch that. We got some flack over that for putting our slides out. But this rest area is designed for RVs. There are RV specific areas, and the volunteers there encourage you to put your jacks down, put your slides out if you feel comfortable. So we do that.
Well, we did, and we took precautions.
Yeah, and we'll do that again tonight because our heater vents are underneath the main slide right there. So we have to have this slide out in order for the heat to get into the coach. So don't judge us, folks. We got to keep our Frenchies cool, or Frenchies warm rather.
Well, you can judge Brian, just don't judge me.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
All right, we got a long drive today, so.
Oh, and what happened this morning that we didn't realize?
Oh yeah, the time change.
Daylight savings
yeah,
time.
We're about an hour behind schedule.
Yeah.
Oh well, no big deal.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll make it.
Big deal.
As long as we make it before dark. That's always our rule.
Yeah, we should be into in that rest area by 3 o'clock. We like to get in there a little bit early so that we have a space, because the later you get in the day, the more trucks roll in.
That's true.
And the more RVs that stop in. So.
That's true. Yeah.
All right, let's get rolling.
Hit the road. Let's hit the road, Jack.
All right, so getting out of this parking lot, it's not too difficult. The only thing that you need to be aware of is that when you do leave, there's a fairly decent dip into the street. So I always take it at a bit of an angle. Instead of going straight down like this, I take it at an angle, kind of go across it. And I think that helps. At least it worked last time. We didn't dig in.
You did the jacks up?
Everything's good.
I didn't feel the that we normally have.
So here comes a little bit of a dip here.
I watch everything.
It's actually a nice, you know, decent grade. I mean, it doesn't do this sort of thing. It's just a nice steep slope. So just take it at an angle, and you'll be fine. Just like that. Nothing scraping or
Geez, we didn't even rattle a bottle on that one. Nice job.
groaning.
Nice job. There's Wally World. Look at all the people at Wally World.
Wow.
Oh, those just trucks. Oh, there's
A lot of
quite
trucks
a few.
and RVs in there.
And considering it's 10 o'clock, it's probably already moved out. Those skies look angry over there. I think we're leaving them. Those behind.
Just kick back and relax and enjoy the ride.
Okay. Don't mind if I do.
For this temperature, yeah. Once we get rolling, they'll get up to temp. So if this is your first time riding along with us, you'll know, you won't know, but now you will. We like to roll along at about 62, 63 miles per hour. We have no place to be, at least in a hurry, that is.
Right.
Once we start getting up to 65 and up, I mean, the gas mileage really starts to decrease significantly.
Wow, I can feel us blowing.
Yeah, it's pretty windy. It's a big sail, it catches everything.
Not digging though. Woo. It scares me. Well, we better stop in El Paso. Call it a day. I never really travel with all this paraphernalia up here on the dash, but we're doing some charging of batteries and updating the computer, so that's what's going on.
It's a nice thing about having the internet cell router that we have. It's on all the time and does a pretty good job on the road, so we can work as we go or do whatever. So from here on out until we get just outside of El Paso, close to kind of close to San Antonio, that's the Texas Hill Country. There's a lot of this.
It's pretty.
There's a lot of the coach shifting into a lower gear. So I know you can see the steering wheel. See, I'm fighting the wind a little bit. Dairy farm off to our right. We passed through here last time and it was I think it was warmer, but boy, was it smelly.
I cannot imagine living right there on a farm, on that kind of a dairy farm or cattle farm. No.
Yeah, you never get away from the smell.
No.
It is blowing us all over.
Oh, baby. Scared me.
Take exit 0 on the right to FM 1905, then take the first right.
It's actually Texas, Anthony, Texas.
Turn right at the traffic light.
Missed it. Here, maybe I can get it over here. There we go.
So good, yeah. This Pilot does have
Have an RV pump?
looks at least like an RV gas pump. So
I can see that. Okay, I haven't seen it yet.
well, I'm guessing. I see cars in the Pilot. Under the big Pilot overhang, so I'm guessing that is fuel instead of diesel. Gas instead of diesel, I should say.
Yeah.
Looks like it. Now I have to find an end pump.
Entrance and exit. Okay, got a car coming. Entry and exit right there.
Doesn't look too busy.
Come on, person. Oh, you got a green arrow. It's like, why are they slowing down? What the hell? What's going on?
Go to the end pump. There's a little bit more space. It's amazing whenever we pull into these places. This is
a first.
Unusual.
This is an absolute first for
There'll
us.
always be someone parked here
Arriving
inside
at
shopping.
Pilot Travel Centers.
God, it's like, what is that noise? Oh, this is Can-Am. Or, oh, that's the wind on the roof.
Let's get some gas. So the reason I like to go to Pilot as much as I can is that as long as not all pilots, this is weird how they do this, not all pilots actually have unleaded fuel. Sometimes it's the pilot section of the Pilot is only diesel fuel and they have another, like a Shell or a Texaco for the unleaded fuels. So you can't use your Good Sam discount there, but as long as the Pilot has unleaded fuels, I'll pull in fuel up there with unleaded, use my Gas Buddy card to get 5 cents off, and then I use the Good Sam discount through Pilot, the Flying J for another 5 cents. So I stack those. Gas stations won't take the gas money card. Not many. But then I'll use our Sam's Club MasterCard where I get 5% off fuel. Okay, so I can really see all this stuff blowing across here. I think we're going to have
Yeah, I couldn't tell what that was.
across the highway here in a second. Somebody lost their
Their truck
liner. It's amazing the stuff we see on the road. See a lot of bumpers.
Yes.
A lot of the plastic bumpers that go either front or back. I don't know which they are.
Hey, driver,
See a
both
lot
hands
of
on the
those.
wheel. God, scaring me, Jeeves.
Well, this is super wide open right here. It's just
Yes,
nothing
it
but
is.
the flat kind of plains, if you will. So the wind is just rushing right across the highway.
This is a no gesticulating zone.
I will gesticulate to my heart's content.
Stop gesticulating. Does anyone ever use that word anymore, gesticulating?
Yeah, some days like today are tiring. You're kind of constantly fighting the wheel.
And everybody's hitting their brakes, of course. Oh, this is not good. Okay, go slow, baby. This is very scary. See how slow people are going over there? I am not digging this. Oh, shit. Should we be moved over? Okay, that truck is pulled over. That truck, but where's that truck at? No. Okay, remember people can't see you.
So we are in the middle of a pretty bad brownout.
Wow.
Right now, I-10 just about 20 miles or so. Actually, about 50 miles from Fort Stockton, I-10 eastbound. Get away from all those vehicles. Let's turn backwards.
Yeah, it's not good.
It is kind of dangerous. Got the semis and everything still kind of blowing through here. We were stopped back a little ways, and I pulled up into this clearing. There's kind of two sections, and there's a little open, little part of the freeway here that's open where there's not a lot of dust. But ahead of us, yeah, just complete brown. I can't see anything. And we were driving back, or driving into the first part, I should say. It was just a wall. All of a sudden, just became a wall of dirt. So I slowed way down, and then of course, it started passing just all kinds of cars and semis off the side of the road. Not crashed, just pulled over. So it is really bad through here. So we're kind of wait it out. I don't know that it's going to get any better. So in case you don't know what you should do in the middle of a dust storm, especially when it's a complete brownout, is pull off the side of the road as far as you can. Foot off the brakes, turn off your lights. The worst thing you can do is leave your lights on and keep your feet on the brakes, because that would give people an inclination that they're following traffic, and that's not a good thing. That's how pileups happen. So we are pulled off on the side of the road, kind of waiting for the stuff to clear. Looks like it's clearing just a touch.
Ooh, look at, there goes a police officer.
Yeah, now we got the highway patrol coming up, so I don't know what's going up further there, but obviously if they have the highway patrol out, that means it's pretty bad.
Oh, that truck went way over.
Yeah, these semis are going way too damn fast. That's how pileups happen, how people get killed.
It is clearing a bit.
It's starting to clear a little bit, so I'm going to kind of take advantage of that. Back behind us,
Okay.
you just see people coming out of the brown cloud. Not fun.